Strange. Today is the 25th, by the way. May 25th. The neighbor, I think the neighbor's seen now. The neighbor said he saw FedEx here a couple days ago bringing in some boxes. And I'm like, no, I don't know. I'm only expecting one box. And I'm supposed to sign for it. They didn't tell me I was supposed to sign for it. But it does look like the utility company was here cutting up my tree. Yeah, I should have called them, but I didn't. So it looks like they're going to chop it down for me. Oh well. Because I don't think my brother was here. Somebody had to have been here. Of course, this is too far away from my camera. It probably didn't pick it up. Well, I know it didn't pick it up. So, anyway. Wonder why they just cut it like that and didn't cut the rest of it. But, oh well. I guess I'll get over here with my chainsaw and finish that off. I know why they cut it like that, to keep it from growing, because they want to kill it. So that's all right. I've just been too busy to deal with it. Got trees and Johnson grass growing in the garden. But I don't got time to do this either. Sophie was supposed to do stuff here, but she never did nothing. I ended up having to do her stuff as well as my stuff. So I was just like, forget her. Her dad's supposed to be here tomorrow. Oh, looks like Laura's here. Her dad is supposed to be here tomorrow, not Laura's, but Sophie, to get the rest of Sophie's stuff. She's been gone for a few months. She still has stuff here. But she also still owes me money. So I've been holding her gun for collateral till she gives me my money. Or brings back my air conditioner. She gave me some of the money. But she's supposed to either bring back the air conditioner or pay me for it. Somebody pulled up and then left. Thought it was Laura.
The nurse doesn't want it there anymore, but too bad, it's already out there. Anyway, it was a controversial video, and it's essentially of a nurse who has been facing backlash. She apparently, according to her, had a patient that died, and she filmed in the hospital a little reaction to that. I want to show it to you, and then we're going to talk about why this video, in my opinion, is a big problem and a sign of the times. That's not good. Let's take a look. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. Okay, now if you follow the video, you can see there's text on it. And essentially the text says that she lost a patient and she's going through the motions of that experience. So I have to ask, first and foremost, what's wrong with the video? A lot of things. I'm going to assume that she's telling us the truth, that she did in fact lose a patient, because it would be so beyond horrific to fake that just for a video. So let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. I like to do that. And let's say she did lose a patient. If that happened to her, why the video? You lose a patient in the hospital. You're a nurse. Does this seem like a realistic display? Oh, excuse me, I just lost a patient. Would you mind just filming this for me? I want to post the video on TikTok of my reaction. That's why she's getting heat, because we live in an age now where people are starting to realize that we are in decay. I don't use that word lightly because of what's happening with our relationship to social media. If she legitimately went through the motions of sadness, of grief, which I'm sure nurses, doctors out there, you do lose patience sometimes, you do go through traumatic events, I'm sure it can be really, really difficult to bear, that trauma. But I'm guessing you also don't rush to make a TikTok video about it. So it looked like acting. In fact, my friend Clifton Duncan wrote something to the effect of, he hosts a podcast as well. I've been on his podcast. Really cool guy, an actor. He wrote, "Leave the acting to the actors." And it's sad, because if she did really have a moment, she lost people by doing that to it. So this got me thinking, why do we need to showcase everything on social media? Why do we need to be this type of people now, where we need to look and seek approval? We need your commentary. We need you to see how we're feeling. We need you to be in that moment with us. Why do we seek that out? And what is wrong with a society that does that all the time? And it got me thinking about, I told you guys that I had written a book called hashtag Do Not Disturb a few years ago. And I remember I had an addiction to technology. I shared that with you as well. I remember a day I was on the Brooklyn Promenade, gorgeous sunset, like one of those sunsets you see that like you're like, that can't be real. And I sat with my phone and I was trying to get a picture of it. So I was looking at it through the phone and adding a filter in and hashtag no filter and coming up with all this stuff. And what I ultimately came to experience that day is I didn't see the sunset. I missed the whole moment. The only sunset I actually saw was through the lens of my camera, because I was so busy trying to tell you that I was having a moment that I didn't have one. I missed the whole thing. By the time I was done with the camera, the sunset was done. So I'm guilty of it. I am that person. I recovered from all that stuff, and I manage social media very, very differently now. But I recovered from that because I had to, because the world that I was living in was bad. And the world that this woman is living in is bad too. This is not good. So I invite you to look at what's happening to people in 2022. To look at what's happening to you. I'm sure you have been someone who's gone down that path every now and then, right? You're like, oh, let me take a contemplative picture of myself sitting on a patio enjoying vacation, and someone's behind that, and you're like, and they run over, and then you're like, could you take another one? That one doesn't, I feel like I look weird. Then they run back. Oh, but you know what? That one, my foot looks funny. It's all fake, right? It's all fake. We know it's fake. It's all fake. And what's happening as a result of this need to be liked and need to be, everything has to be public and everything, we're missing out on the actual moments. We're missing out on life, and we're missing out on peace, because any little amount of peace you could have had in that moment is gone by you trying to capture it and display it to the world all the time, because you want some kind of acceptance or a like, or you want other people to feel what you're feeling. It's bad. So I looked at this and it rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm a little guilty of that myself, and I've been thinking about that myself lately before I even actually watched this video. This video is like 10 months old. I just watched it. But yeah, I've been partially venting and documenting evidence on my farm and whatnot. And some of it's good, some of it maybe not. I just got my truck washed. I'm also a truck driver. But, somebody said something about, I don't remember what the whole thing was about, but I guess it was a preacher. And the preacher was saying that the biggest problem, the biggest thing that we have to worry about in this day and age is narcissism. we're being programmed as a society to be narcissistic, and it's working. And we have to protect ourselves from being brainwashed. And we're all guilty of it, some of us more than others. But the biggest problem with narcissism is being self-absorbed, and it's all about me, poor me, feel sorry for me, look at me, I need attention, whatever. And
turn at the second right onto Ripley Street.
That may start out as being innocent, but eventually it becomes toxic. And some people screw other people over and stab other people in the back because of their narcissism. You know, they build their life on lies and fakeness. And then, you know, just to get attention. That's the extreme version. You know, I know some self-absorbed people that may have narcissistic tendencies, but they wouldn't be considered a narcissist. They're just selfish and self-absorbed, but they don't make up lies, and they're not evil about it necessarily.
First left onto Ripley Street.
And then there's the ones who are evil about it necessarily. And that's like the worst extreme case version, and I know a couple people like that. In fact, I had to get rid of a few people like that off of my farm. You know, so to protect myself from becoming one of those people, I need to also be cautious about my own behavior and how I present myself, perceive myself, and how I want to be perceived by others, you know? Accepting accountability, which I'm pretty good at accepting accountability. Maybe not right away, but long term, I self-check myself a lot. But when I feel victimized, I want to make it known, you know? But nobody really cares. To be honest, nobody cares. Part of the reason why I do it is to protect other people, because it's like, well, if other people don't know there's a problem, then they're going to get screwed too. But at the same time, most people don't care. Most people will probably do it anyways, whether you warn them or not. I mean, I don't listen half the time. My former backstabbing friend, people tried to warn me about him. Did I listen? No. Did I have to learn the hard way? Yeah. Did I try to warn other people? Yeah. Did they listen to me? No. So, what's the point? What's the point? Just live your life. So, that's what I'm going to try to do from now on. Just live my life. If somebody wants to come to me for help or answers or wisdom, I'll give it to them. But I spent a lot of time and energy energy putting information out there that nobody cares about, or most people don't care about. Maybe only 1% cares. And maybe I'm helping that 1%. I don't know. But I don't know.
You're right on 290.
I don't have the time to go and edit everything and do all that hoopla that some people do. So I probably just won't do any more videos. At least those kind of videos. At least those kinds of videos. Alright, anyways. Yeah, I'm trying to work on myself. I always try to work on myself. I don't always work on myself, but I always try. Or I almost always try. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. I try to be perfect, and that's probably my biggest problem.